Though Governor Patrick's plan to revise the MBTA's weekend hours is appealing for those who want to stay till last call, the plan is expensive and would raise taxes over $1 billion. With the temple losing members and profits, Rabbi Vogel says the first thing to go will be the after-school program, something that has parents very upset. Bruins defenseman Sean Thornton had a great day on the ice teaching kids how to skate, and he'll be back on the ice tomorrow when the Bruins take on the Buffalo Sabres at the TD Garden. For BUTV 10 at Frog Pond, I'm Chris Costa.
Today is the final day to register to vote in the November 6th election in the state of Massachusetts. Chris Costa is live in Boston. Chris, are people in Boston signing up last minute?
That's right, Mike. People are coming into City Hall all day long to make sure they get their registration forms in on time. With the voter registration deadline just hours away, City Hall workers are trying to encourage people to register before time is up. Registration tables are set up in 3 MBTA locations in order to expedite registration in North Station, South Station, and Government Center. But people are still waiting until the last minute.
Human nature. You can only, tell them so many times to register early and get it over and done with, but people are very busy in today's society, and unfortunately it seems that we're always doing things last minute.
The voting list in Boston right now stands at 375,000 and counting, as registrars receive an average of 2,000 forms per day by mail.
I left it for the last minute because I work, I have 2 children, and I have too many things in my mind.
If you're too busy, you don't have to go to City Hall. You can print a form online or go to your nearest RMV.
I mean, you don't really think about it. Sometimes it's really not out there visibly advertising. That's more likely. I think they've done a great job of advertising and on the radios and down here in the stations.
And if you look now, we really don't have a lot in here, and I'm hoping a lot of the people took your advice and did it before and didn't wait for the last minute.
Forms sent by mail must be postmarked by today in order to make the deadline. Now, Mike, doors close at 8 p.m. tonight, so you can imagine there will be a little bit of a rush after people get out of work. I'm Chris Costa in front of BU's College of Communication for BUTV News.
Thanks, Chris. If you're in a small town with fewer than 1,500 voters, registrars or voters will be available from 2 to 4 p.m. and 7 to 8 p.m. tonight.
We've got a lot of baseball news and sports today. Joining us is Chris Costa. Chris, where do we begin?
Thanks, Dee Dee. Well, the World Series begins tonight at 8 p.m. with the Detroit Tigers taking on the San Francisco Giants at AT&T Park in San Fran. The Giants are in the World Series for the 2nd time in 3 years and are fresh off their Monday night series-ending win against St. Louis. Detroit, on the other hand, has not played in 6 days since sweeping the New York Yankees. Detroit's Justin Verlander will go up against the Giants' Barry Zito. Back on the East Coast, Miami Marlins manager Ozzie Guillen was fired after only 1 year with the team. The Marlins finished last in the NL East at 69 and 93. Under Guillen, the team's worst record since 1999. Guillen is still owed $7.5 million for the 3 years remaining on his contract. His release opens up room for the 5th manager for Miami since 2010. And with one manager out, a new manager is in. The Red Sox introduced new manager John Farrell yesterday at Fenway Park after coming to terms on a 3-year contract on Saturday. Farrell is the 46th manager in Red Sox history and was the team's pitching coach from 2007 to 2010. The Red Sox completed compensation negotiations with Farrell's former team, the Toronto Blue Jays, sending shortstop Mike Aviles to Toronto for reliever David Carpenter. And last but not least, the New England Patriots are leaving for London tomorrow to play the St. Louis Rams at Wembley Stadium. Now, Dee Dee, I know you studied abroad in London. What's one thing the Pats should do while they're across the pond, besides winning the game?
That's right, Chris. Well, I think they should really get a traditional English breakfast. It has beans, bacon, what else? Sausages, lots of protein. So those guys should definitely try that out.
Definitely get some energy for the big game.
Yeah.